Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I guess it's evening for me anyway. It may be middle of the morning for you, but anyway, a little different setting today. We're in my we're in my third bedroom slash office slash storage slash nerdy room, I guess you could say. The only reason why I say nerdy room is it's where a lot of my computer equipment is. I used to build computers quite often 10 or 15 years ago. I still do. I still dabble in them. I still repair them. Have to keep them up and going. But I still got a lot of the equipment here from my shop that I had. So as you can see, I've got two of my printers with papers on the top, obviously, since it's an office. That's a hell of a little printer there. It does pretty good. That thing is fast. And then I've got a color printer down there that needs repaired. I've had that one forever. And it prints really cool. It's a color laser printer. And then the old reliable Brother Multifax deal. And then, yeah, I'll scan right past it. My battery backup, my switch, and that's my original server there. But anyway, what I've been doing the past a week and a half is I've got some old computers that I am updating and getting ready to sell. I've got to get some of them sold to pay for this new server that I'm building. And let me show you what I got. Okay, so I've got these Dell 3020 Optiplex. They're great machines. I had three of these. I still do have three of these. These three I'm getting ready to sell. They are all Pentium or all i5 processor, 4500 series. I think they're 8 gig of RAM. I forgot. Hang on. Okay. They're 4 gig of RAM, 500 gig hard drive, DVD RW drives, like I said, they're i5 4500 series. Got two USB 3.0 and like 6 USB 2.0 slots. Expandable quite a bit. I think they'll take up to 64 gig of memory. Just loaded Windows 10 Pro, and we'll fire this one up. They're pretty quick little machines. I'm going to list these on probably eBay. Just the CPU and keyboard. And if I've got enough mice, I'll send a mouse with it. I think I do. Whatever it came with. But great little machines. And I do have these hooked up to the internet. At least one of them does right now. But anyway, I'll show you the inside of them. If y'all never seen the inside, here's the inside of one of them. Get your hard drive here, and this is a what they call a serial ATA 3, which is 6 gig per second transfer rate. Right here is your DVD-RW, your power supply. There's your CPU with the cooler on it. Sorry, get my body out of the way. Then you got your 2 memory slots. Like I said, it should take up to 64 gig, which is 2 32 gig sticks. DDR3 memory. And it's got what they call, I know that the shadowing's terrible, guys, and I'm sorry. Hang on a minute. Check them apples out. I forgot I had that that night light for the camera for dark shooting. Anyway, you can see a lot better. There's your 2 memory slots. Your PCI Express for a video card if you wanted to add an additional one onto that. And then you get some smaller PCI Express there. This is a serial ATA cable. You get your power cables off your power supply. Yeah, pretty basic. Got a big fan back there, big fan there. There's also one inside the power supply for cooling. But yeah, this one's pretty basic. And you can see it's up and functional. But yeah, I kind of nerd out on this stuff. I'm going to shut this one down. What I really want to show you is underneath of it. So hang on. Okay. So this computer here is one I built years ago. And it is a... when I went to school, there was a lot of stuff I was learning on, and I wanted to experiment with some different computers and different operating systems. And I actually worked with Red Hat and Linux for a while. I also worked with Linux Mandrake, which was a pretty neat deal. But a lot of stuff I studied was network administration and network engineering, and so I had to have something to test on, so I built this computer. This computer is a Intel OR840 dual CPU motherboard. This is old technology, but it still works. It's kind of like the first attempt at, well, it's a short of being a Xeon, or like for high-end servers and stuff like that. Excuse me. But it's got a Antec power supply in it. It's got twin 1 gig Pentium 3s, if that tells you how old it is. So basically it's got 2 gig of processing power. There's your power bridge right there. It's a regulator for the motherboard. This uses 800 megahertz Rambus memory, is what they call it. And on these boards, if you don't have memory in the second slot, which I think I've got a memory problem because it keeps hanging while it's trying to operate, or it just shuts off. Usually that's a good indication that the Rambus memory is bad. I just threw in an old 3DFX video card in here to run it. Obviously it doesn't have PCI Express. They didn't have that yet in this year, you know, this early board, and it uses regular ATA ribbon cables for your hard drives, and you can see I've got twin hard drives in it. It's also got twin DVD-RW drivers up here, and they're on the front side, and it still has a floppy in it, which I won't use a floppy anymore. But this case is also what they call an extended ATX. What that is the motherboards come in different sizes. You have a micro ATX, an ATX, and a extended ATX. The micro ATX is quite small. It's made for small form factors, small computers. This one would be your most common that you would find. The motherboard measures 12 by 10, 12 inches by 10 inches. If it was an extended ATX, it'd be 12 inches by 13 inches, which this case will accept that type of motherboard. But I got lucky, so I'm not going to probably tear this one down now. I may use it as maybe a, I don't know, a file server. May use it for you know, a DVR or something like that. It's just something simple, because I mean, it doesn't have the computing power near what this new stuff is. So anyway, let me show you what it does. We'll power it up here. As you can see, it makes all of its noises. And there we go. So when you've seen a splash screen like that, so you can start Windows and it goes through its thing. Windows 2000 Professional. That tells you how old this, how long I've had this machine. I think I built this machine somewhere in 04, 03, 04, something like that. Used the heck out of it for a long time. But what it'll do is it'll, see, there it went. Nope, maybe not. It's coming back. Usually it'll just shut the machine off, and it may be temperature related too, so these don't load up as fast as the new computers do. This has got I think this has got 1 gig of memory in it right now. This was always common on Windows NT because, Windows Professional, because it was built off the Windows NT platform, which, if you guys know anything about that, that was, and my keyboard doesn't work. Hold that thought. Alright, so I got logged on. It just didn't like my settings right at the moment, but like I said, this thing has been just freezing up, and I was trying to get to the point where if there's any information that I need off of it, I can take it off of there. The old file systems on Windows used to be what they called FAT16, which is a file allocation table. That's what it stands for. And then they had FAT32, which was the newer version. and then they had Windows NT, or they had the NT file structure, which was much more stable, but it was finicky. It didn't like running a lot of game programs and that kind of stuff until they came out with Windows 2000. And then Windows 2000 seemed to work pretty good. And see, I still don't have any icons up here, which by now that should have been there. But again, this is not the fastest thing in the world, and it's still got some issues that I'm working out. But eventually, once I get the bugs out of it, I'm probably going to sell this one as an antique, and let somebody else have some fun with it. I mean, it's a neat deal. There it goes. It didn't like the active desktop, and I'll show you. It'll probably lock up when I do the active desktop. It's something new that you can do, but you'll recognize it once I pop it up. Shows you how old it is. Let's see if it'll do it. There it is. Look who that is, y'all. That was one of my favorite shows I used to watch all the time. Got into that quite a bit. And late great Jessie Combs. She was very, very talented. And humble too. But unfortunately she passed doing the thing she loved. Chasing a dream. Anyway. Looks like it's not going to mess up right at the moment. But yeah. So needless to say, that's my little nerdy side. This video's not that long, obviously. I've got, like I said, I'm going to be building a server, and I think I'm going to record it for you guys. So if it's something you're interested in, of course, leave me a comment down below. Especially if you like the comment, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe down there if you would. But this is a long ways from the car content, but I've got to build a new server so I can have some place to put the videos that I record. I've done filled up the other one, and so I'm just building this one, and this should be the last computer I ever have to build. And if I run out of room on this one, I can always up the drives or get another controller card and do an external array. So we'll just have to play it by ear and see how things go. But anyway, I thank you all for watching. Please comment, like, share, subscribe, all that good jazz. Y'all take care of yourself, take care of each other. God bless you, and God bless America. Bye-bye.